Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, so I got a little treat for you guys today. Instead of the normal podcasting that I would do, I decided to do a little something simple for the holidays, but mainly for the kids over here. I got here my two nephews and my godson. You guys want to say hi?
Hello, hi, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon.
Morning, afternoon.
Welcome.
So what we'll do, we're going to read a couple of passages real quick, and then after that, we'll be through. So if you guys give us about 5 or 10 minutes, we'll be good to go. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to post this on a public site. It's not going to go this time to OV Ministries or Biblical Sound Christian Ministers because it's something I want for everybody to be able to see. And it's a pattern to what we're doing. We're not so much doing this because of the Christmas holidays. We're basically doing this because this is about teaching the young ones that's going to grow up and possibly be in leadership roles, making a difference in the world. And having a good foundation when they're young is a good starting point. So this is more of just an example of what us as parents, grown-ups, families, and friends ought to be doing with our children. Not just one day out the year, but every day or every other day. You know, that's really important. So we're going to start first real quick. Tay, if you want to read Genesis.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Okay, Tiana.
Revelation 1:8. I am the Alpha and the Omega, says the Lord God, who is and who was and who is to come, the Almighty.
All right, and Tyler.
In him was life, and the life was the light of man. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it.
All right. So, you guys, who we talking about?
God.
God. And what was his human name here on earth?
Jesus.
Jesus. And what make you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, he is the only one that came to earth as in human flesh.
All right. And what you got to say?
Where he, like Tyler, just like Tyler said, came down to the flesh. And that's what he was known for. And when he came down to earth, when he was major, and then when he died, and then when he did miracles, he also did miracles. But when he died on the cross, he was known for being Jesus.
Right.
And he's God's son, Jesus, and he also was a human and got flesh.
What do you think, Tay?
And he died on the cross to let us live and for
It's okay. It don't matter. Whatever you know about.
and then he became Jesus Christ.
Now, you guys notice something here notice that what they know about God, that's because of what's been instilled to them from as a young age. There's a lot of children that may not even know that at all. So one thing, reason why I shared with you guys each different passages, if you guys notice, it always talked about God. It talked about him being the creator, right?
Yes.
And from the beginning and end, and a light unto all men, right? So you guys see the comparison? Now, even though the Old Testament in Genesis didn't say his human name, which we know it as Jesus, in John 1, it described him as the Word, as the light. And then also in Revelation also talked about him being the Alpha and Omega. So what's the point of all this? The point is really simple. Who is God? He's Jesus, incarnated in the flesh from the beginning to the end. And if these guys can get that at an early age, what does that say about you? Let me do one more thing, that passage that I'm going to read again from 1 John. Let me see your Bible real quick. It kind of locked, froze up on me. All right. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things was made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. So, with that being said, this talks completely about who Jesus is, him being the Word of God. And when we talk about him being the Word, that means he put everything and established everything all at one time. So, I guess from now on, when we look at the Bible and it talks about who he is, you guys just think carefully about who he really is and what he's capable of doing. So, with what I've read, with what you guys read, we come up with one conclusion. That Jesus says who he says he is. He's from the beginning and from the end. Okay? All right, everybody. So all together, everybody have a Merry Christmas and have a good and happy New Year. Bye-bye.